my hubby coming through the door over there. And welcome to all of you. It's been a while since I've been on QVC too. Always a delight to have all of you in my kitchen in Pennsylvania. And today we're going to be taking a little road trip and staying in Pennsylvania with something I absolutely love. This is going to be item number M133208. It is from Jenny Lee. It is a set of 6 triple berry cinnamon swirl demi loaves, and you get the little tongs with them. I'm going to show you why that is important. And we absolutely love this bread. And we stop for just a second for a little business here. We're excited. Thanks to all of you for naming us Best Bread for Customer Food Choice Awards for 2024. And a big old happy birthday to a family-owned business, 150 years. They have been baking this bread in McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania. So we are going to jump on the turnpike from where I am. We are going to head to just outside of Pittsburgh, a couple little tunnels, under a couple bridges. You get lost a little bit, and then you find the beautiful bakery that makes all of the loaves. And today we happen to love these especially. Oh, here we go. I had the wonderful pleasure of going here last Easter and seeing how this is done. This is all about small batches made with sustainably sourced ingredients. It's about making that fermented yeast dough. It's about Bernie on the left, generation 4 in his 70s, still working at the bakery every day, taking that delicious fermented dough, loading it up, putting it into those specially designed crimped pans, which you're going to see when you see that in there, finishing off all those delicious loaves with what we call a butter bath, which we're actually going to do live here. Butter bath with tons of cinnamon sugar. They go into a cutting machine. They are cut up for you. These will be half the size. They are put into a loaf bag and they are shipped to your door fresh. You're getting 6 loaves. So everything you see here in this basket, this is a lot of bread, but here is everything laid out on a tray, and there it is for you to see. 6 loaves. These are our 9-ounce loaves. We call these our demi loaves, and what's great about them is some of our customers say, you know what, we love your bread, but could you give us half the size? Because maybe there's just 2 or 3 of us. And that's exactly what this is. And as our owner and one of the sons says, this is perfect. When you get 6 loaves, number one, to put it in the freezer, you got 6 months in the freezer, and to pop into a neighbor's mailbox. It fits perfectly into a mailbox, fits perfectly into a lock and lock, if you will. And you can also lock into auto delivery on these, and we love them. Every 60 days for 1 year, and the price on these, $29. So that's about $5 a loaf. Easy pay, 3 easy pays for $9.67, and you are going to be enjoying 5 generations of a bakery where if you live in McKees Rocks or that area, you know what this bread is and you enjoy it all the time because you can go to the bakery. But if you don't, this is one of the things I love about QVC. We can showcase beautiful, beautiful companies, small, medium, and large right here for places that maybe you would never get to go. So here's what we love about this. Let's take a little walkthrough. Let's unpack. Let's unbag some of these loaves, if you will. And then I want to show you the bakery again, and I want to show you how they do the butter bath. So we're going to start right here. If you love a good blueberry muffin, if you love the taste of those fresh blueberries, they've taken everything we love about a blueberry muffin and they have put it into the blueberry muffin cinnamon swirl. So look at this. When you look at this piece, you see it is fully loaded with blueberries. You can see that swirl of cinnamon sugar all the way through, and blueberries 2 ways. So you have the dried, sweet, chewy blueberries, and then you have frozen extra large blueberries that they put in. So what happens is when they all get mixed together, the blueberries hold their shape, but this bread, the blueberry bread, is going to have just a little tinge of blue. So you're going to get 2 of those. There's no choice. It's going to be 2, 2, 2 today in the triple berry collection. Okay, next to that, this is one of our newer flavors. So step in here. This is going to be our cinnamon cherry cranberry bread. So you can see this is the only bread that Jenny Lee Swirl Bread does that has a swirl in the middle that's different. There's a glacé cherry in the middle. So when you get these home and you see the swirl in the middle, you're going to see it's pink. And this also has a little bit of tinge of pink on here. So this is going to have ocean spray cranberries. So you get that chewiness of the cranberries and then those candied glacé cherries all the way through. Plus, the outside is just going to be fully loaded all the way around with every single bite of that delicious cinnamon sugar. And I'm going to tell you all about what makes that cinnamon special after we finish the last one here. This is going to be the cinnamon strawberry. So here's this in here, just like all the other breads, you're going to see that swirl. And if you were here earlier and you saw the footage of our bakery, you'll note how that fermented dough gets sheeted and gets rolled up after all that cinnamon sugar goes in the middle. And this side looks pretty good right here. And this has dried strawberries, just a little bit of strawberry jam also gets stirred into that batter. So this and the cherry cranberry is also going to have a little bit of a pink tinge to it. So if you count, there's about 9 to 10 slices for each one. So if you have 6 loaves times 9, about 54 slices. And I say that because when you get it home, you're going to find the one piece that I love, the coveted piece. Where I grew up in Ohio, we call this the heel. And this is the end piece. It is fully loaded. When you toast it up, it is so incredibly delicious. I always nab that before anybody else can take it. I know a mother shouldn't do that, but I do. But look at that. What makes us special is that this is fully loaded with so many, you saw those blueberries in here. So if you go to the bakery and you watch how these are being made, you're going to see small batches on here. This is a naturally fermented bread. This is a yeast dough. And why is that great? The texture, the bite, the crumb. When you toast it up, you get a nice toast. But if you don't, you get that gentle little pull and just a little bit of a chew that makes it so interesting. Every day, they're making thousands of loaves. Every single one of them is weighed. You note that those pans are different. Look at the shape of those. We call those our crimped pans. It's what makes us unique. It's what makes us special. In the end, a butter bath done by hand, finish off with all that cinnamon sugar, sliced, put into bags, and shipped to you fresh. Let me just say, you want to eat these when you get them home. But look at that. My goodness, you can see in the middle is that signature cinnamon swirl. What is so great about our cinnamon? Well, you really want to taste that pop of cinnamon. So how did they get theirs to be so different? They bring it in from Vietnam and Indonesia. They actually bring the bark in. It goes to a special factory where they grind it up. So it's their own custom blend of cinnamon. Let me tell you, I'm going to show you the butter bath right here. I took a big pop of the cinnamon sugar earlier because I can. You know what it reminded me of? When you're a kid and you have a handful of those Valentine cinnamon red hearts and you pop in your mouth and you're like, whoa, that is really cinnamony. That's how good this is. And I love those cinnamon red hearts. So let's take a peek. This, I will remind you, is a full size. So it'll be cut in half because these are our 9-ounce loaves. But in the end, when the baking is done, and what makes it special is the butter bath. So it goes into this bath of butter by hand, all of them. It's warm, it's delicious, it's melty, it soaks into all of those little nooks and crannies all the way around. Then into that delicious cinnamon sugar all the way around. It just sticks to it with all that butter on the top, boom, 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 on the bottom, just like this. And that is how we get by hand that delicious signature cinnamon sugar that Jenny Lee is so famous for all the way around. The crunch on this, when you taste that cinnamon sugar, whether you're enjoying it from the toaster with maybe just a little bit of butter is great. A little bit of jam is delicious. But let me remind you as I take these gloves off what you're getting again today. This is going to be item M133208, the Jenny Lee set of 6 of these 9-ounce triple berry cinnamon swirl demi loaves. You're getting all of these. Let me pull this basket over. This is a lot of bread. Perfect size for fitting into your freezer. If you kind of want to just have it and always have it on hand, great. Here you go. Great for giving away. Great for going into somebody's mailbox. But all 6 of them will be yours today. So you're getting 3 of the blueberry muffin cinnamon swirl. Blueberry done twice in here. You've got those dried blueberries that have a little bit of a chew to them, delicious and sweet, with the fresh blueberries that are frozen going into the dough. So it has a nice little blue tinge to it with that cinnamon sugar on the outside. In the middle, and one of our newer flavors, is the cherry cranberry. Ocean spray cranberries go in there, glacé cherries, just a little pinch of cherry jam, and you will note the pink color. And you will also note the uniqueness to this because the swirl is going to be pink, and it's the only bread that Jenny Lee does that doesn't have the cinnamon sugar swirl in the middle. It is actually a cherry swirl. And finally, you're going to get two of the strawberry cinnamon, delicious together. Dried strawberries, you can see that one down in the corner, fully loaded, generous on all of everything that they stir in. Dried strawberries and a little bit of strawberry jam goes in that one as well. From McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, just a beautiful little town, proud of what they do. 5 generations, 150 years old this year, award winning on QVC, and we love that, and they are truly celebrating. So let's talk about all the different things you can do with this. I want to show you these little tongs that come with them. These may not be exactly the ones Scott tells me, but these are ones I had earlier. What's great about this? Well, when you look at the slices and you think about popping them into your toaster, and if you get a little patient like me and my kids, you know, you have a tendency to want to go in with your fingers when it's just a little bit too hot. But now you can go in with your little tongs into the toaster and pull them out. And I love that. So when they're nice and hot, go in with your tongs and pull them out. So remember, you're getting all 6 and you're getting a little tongs, plus you're getting 6 loaves, but tons of ways to enjoy these. So here we go. All right, great from the toaster, great on a sandwich. I love toasting up any one of these flavors of bread for my bread. Instead of, you know, traditional white or sourdough or something, I love a little pop of cinnamon or strawberry, blueberry, tuna, and chicken salad. Absolutely delicious. A turkey, great. Even a burger is nice on here. But what's fun is French toast. These have been very, very popular. Everybody is loving these, you know. We now have fewer than 1,700 remaining. And what did I do? Peaches on top. And remember that you're getting 6 of these demi loaves, all 6. 2 of the blueberry, 2 of the cherry cranberry, and 2 of the strawberry come together. But look at this. French toast, if you've never made it, is so easy to do. A little bit of egg, some heavy cream, some vanilla, maybe a little sugar. You mix all that up, you dip it in, hot griddle, a little bit of butter, grill it off. And then today what I did is I had some peaches. I just sauteed them off in a little bit of butter with a little cinnamon sugar and fresh blueberries, and that is delicious. And look at the sandwiches. Look at this beautiful stack of things that you can do with this, all right? For breakfast in the morning, look, we've got eggs, just as your toast on here. You've got beautiful eggs, some bacon, a little bit of fruit on here. So sandwiches with your toast, with your eggs, makes a great topper for this, or filled with scrambled eggs for something on the go. But here's one of my favorite things to do with this. It is so easy. And by the way, you get the recipe card in here. And it's laminated, which is good because I'm messy and I use this all the time. And one side is bread pudding and the other side is gourmet French toast. And look at what I have done. This is 2 loaves of bread in here. 2 loaves of bread. Can I tell you how easy this is to do? I'm going to spoon some of this out for you. You're going to be breaking up the bread. Follow the recipe. You might need heavy cream, half and half, brown sugar, regular sugar, a little bit of vanilla, some cinnamon, and you break the bread up and you let it soak a little bit. And then it goes into the oven and it bakes. It takes about an hour. And I like to add things to it. So what have you got? Do you have some blueberries left over? That's great. You can put blueberries in here. You can put, oh my gosh, let's do this. You can put a little bit of caramel syrup on the top. Look at that. The bread pudding made with 2 loaves. And remember, you're getting 6 9-ounce loaves. So just 2 of them are going to make a great bread pudding in here. And then I finished it off with a little bit of whipped cream. And look at that. So with toast in the morning, it is delicious. Remember, just out of the toaster, when you toast up this homemade bread, remember, 150-year-old, 5 generations from McKees Rocks, Pennsylvania, right outside of Pittsburgh. They have been doing this for a very long time, and this is all they do. They still use yeast. They still ferment that bread, so you get that beautiful rise on it. And what does that do? It gives you a bread with a perfect texture and a bite. So small batches, lots of fresh and dried ingredients go into it. It gets rolled out, it gets sheeted, it gets filled with all that delicious custom cinnamon sugar. It gets the eyes of Bernie, who is generation 4 on there. These get rolled up